Hi all, welcome back to GeoJobs channel. In this video, I am going to show how to create the Lottie animation files using Figma and the Haiku Animator. Okay, then let's get started. The Lottie files are the lightweight scalable animation files, so you can use it for your website and apps. And these animations, these kind of animations you can oversee here can be created using the Figma and the combination of the Haiku Animator. And these files are not the framed files, it is the frameless files. All these files are in made up, file and output will be in the JSON format. uh, and it is the 600% smaller when compared to the GIF and other formats of the files, and it is the very fast also. It claims that it is 100x faster than the other animated files. So you can go to the LottieFiles.com and you can also download the many files. As you can search over here and you can download the files. And moreover that, in this video I am going to show how we can create these kind of animation files, the Lottie animation files, using the Figma and the uh, Haiku Animator. Okay, then I'll give you the little introduction about the another tool which we are using it today. It is the Haiku Animator Haiku by. So this is the tool which we used in combination with the Figma uh, as the to create the lot animations. So it has the Sketch, Figma, and Illustrator and SVG plugins also. But in this video, we are going to show the how we can use it with the Figma. And it is a very this tool is also a very lightweight tool, and it can be easy to use actually. Okay, then we'll start with the Figma to create the uh, vector objects in the Figma. Then we'll move it to the Haiku Animator. Then we'll export it to the Lottie files. Start with the Figma to create the objects for the animations. So this is already I have created in Figma using the pen tool. So whenever you wanted to create something in the Lottie animation files, the all the objects has to be in vector. So I have created using the pen tool this artwork. This is the container, and this is the cooking container, and this is the lid. This is the kind of cooking element I wanted to add, and this is a spoon to sterilize, and this is a kind of fog or maybe a object that is coming out uh, when we are animating. The plan is that when we are animating, this has to be something like this, go up and down, and these cooking bubbles has to be come up and down, and this spoon has to sterilize something like this. So this is the plan. So this is already done. Object I already created it. Now what I'll do, I have pasted all these separately into the separate artboard, separate container, lid, and the spoon separate, and all these bubbles separate. So all the objects separately into the different artboards. Now what I'll do, I'll select all these, and I wanted to remove the background color of this. I wanted to make it as a transparent. So for that I'll go here for a fill, and I'll fill it for, I'll make that as a 0. Now it has become a transparent artboards. And now I'll select the container. See here in the container, in the artboard there are no used spaces over here. I wanted to crop it. How to do that? I'll just click that, and I'll go here, and you can see here restore to fit. So when the moment I'll click it, it will restore it to, it will crop the object. So that way I'll do it for all the other objects. I'll go here and I'll at the time I can be able to do it. I'll press this restore to fit. Okay, now it is restored all, good to go. And you can see here it is always better to rename it properly before you are exporting to the Haiku Animator. So I have renamed it here, all the artboards, container, the lead, the spoon, and the bubbles, bubble B1, B2, B3, and B4 bubbles. So this is all from Figma. Now we'll go to the Haiku animator. So Haiku, this is a Haiku interface. You can see over here, this is a library. You can fetch the designs from the Sketch, Figma, or maybe Illustrator. And this is the main artboard where you will make the animations, and this is the publish button. And you can see our small icon over here. This is for the alignment of the objects. And the bottom, this one is the art timeline. These are all the timelines, and this is all the effects over here. You can add the effects by clicking on this add button. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll import that Figma file to here. I'll click Figma button over here. It will ask the project URL. For that, I'll go back to Figma and I'll copy the project URL. So this is my project URL, copy, and I'll go here, project URL, I'll paste it, import, I'll press this button, import, and it will take some time to import, maybe a couple of seconds. Okay, so now see over here, like in all the artboard came over here, like in all the graphics which we are looking for the vector graphics are here. So what I'll do, I'll place all these to the artboard, I mean to the main stage where we are doing all the animations. Lead. One by one I'll be dropping to the stage and lead. Okay, and I'll move. I see this canvas is little big, I mean stage is big, a little bigger, so I'll resize this size now. I think, yeah, this much is enough for our animation. Okay. Okay, at the moment when you added all these objects, so you can see over here it is being come here as the separate layers. So all the bubbles, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5 are the bubbles, and the container, and the spoon, and the lid. What I'll do, I'll just rearrange it the order here. So first I'll move the container on the top. Okay, and I'll move spoon is also next to containers, and all these bubbles I'll just move it little up over here. Okay, I'll just arrange the things a little bit and then just resize the stage a little more bigger size because it need it for the animations. So I think this much is enough. Okay, and I'll place this one over here, this one over here, and this one over here. So, and you can see over here it has been all the components which we brought it from the Figma, has the separate properties listed over here. So first I'll take the lid as the animation. You can see I'll take the 0th frame, and I'll go to the 15th. I'll just move it to the 15th frame, and I'll just move the this lid to little bit down. Then I'll go to the 30th frame. Again, I'll move it a little bit up. So if at the moment you will do it, it will automatically uh, adds the frame. You no need to worry about that. So this is the lid is done. Then I'll lock. You can see over here lock. I'll lock it. So then I'll go to the container. I'll choose the container. I'll go back to the first one and I'll choose the container. I'll go to the 15th frame and I'll just move little bit down, and I'll go back to the 30th frame and I'll move little bit up again. Okay, so now we'll see how. Okay, you can see over here position can be changed. X and Y positions can be changed by typing here also by selecting frames. I'll select this frame. Okay, when it turns to red, then you can change the double click on this, and you can always change the values, or else you can directly move this up and down. That will changes. So that two way we can do that. Okay, this is also done container. Then I'll go to the spoon. I'll select the spoon. For the spoon 0th position, I want it to be same, and I'll go to the 5th position, I mean 5th frame. I'll just make a little bit, I'll push it inside little bit. Then see here it is already taken that frame, and I'll go to the 15th frame. I'll go to the 15th frame, then again I'll just move that to outside a bit, and again I'll go to the last frame. Again I'll move it inside. Okay, let's see how. You can see over here there are the 3 button. You can play and repeat things. I'll play the things. You'll see how it looks. But I do okay. But it is. I wanted to make little more adjustment to that. Okay, we'll do that later. Then I'll go back. I'll lock the spoon also, and I'll go to the bubble 3. This one. 0th position is the same, and the 15th position I will make this down, and for the 30th frame I will move back to little up. Okay, whether you can do using your mouse, or maybe you can enter it over here also, and I'll lock it now. I'll go to the bubble 3. I'll go to the frame number 1. I'll select the bubble 3, and I'll move a little bit down now, and I'll go to the 15th frame. I'll move that to a little bit up. See here it is, frames are being added automatically, not this much. Okay, and I'll go to the 30th frame. Maybe I'll move a bit this side. Okay, and I'll play now. Okay, there is a one more is pending. I'll lock the things which is already done. I take the B4. Okay, this one. I'll go to the frame number 1, and I'll go to the 15th frame. Just move that a little down, and go to the 30th frame, and I'll move that little bit up again. Okay, now I'll play how it looks. Look at that. Okay, now only pending is these two bubbles. Okay, I'll lock, which is already done. This has been done. This has been done. This is the one we are not. Okay, this one. Okay, that is B5. I'll go to the 1, I mean the 0th position, and I'll go to the 15th position. I'll just move back to little over here. This side I'll move it. and I'll go to the 30th frame. I'll just move back to here again. Okay, I'll lock it, and there's one more is pending. Which is that need to be very careful when you are you need to name it properly, then you won't get this kind of issues. What is what? If you name it properly, it won't be an issue. Yeah, okay, this is called the B5. Okay, so for the B5, select the B5, the 0th position here, and I'll go to the 15th, little bit of up. Again for the 30th, little bit of down. Okay, I'll go to 30th position, little bit up again. Okay, we'll see now how the animation comes. Okay, look at that. It looks fine for me, all the animation. And you can add the more effect by clicking the add button over here. By suppose for this one, for a lid, I'll unlock it and I'll go to this one and add the more control rotation. You can say rotation of X. See, that component has been added. Now you can rotate the things. Look at that, you can rotate the objects, but I don't want to do it. It's looking fine for me, so I'll just remove it by pressing the Control Z. Okay, now I'll play the animation. Look at that, it is looking very nice now. Okay, so now I save it, and I'll go here to the publish settings, publish. So it will ask two things, public or private. You can, if you are posting for the Lottie Animations website, you will choose the public and continue. And these are all the other installation options, maybe GIF, iOS, Android, and video, all the things it will convert. You maybe untick all and the public. And okay, now go to the files, go to the project. Now go to the file, project, and publish. It is looking fine for me. Okay, you can tweak it if you want. If you spend more time, it will be more tweaked animation, but for me it is fine for a tutorial. I'll stop this and I'll go to the publish it. You can see a button over here. Just press the button once publish, so it will be loading all that parameters. Then go back to the file, project, export. You can able to see the variant options. You can either export it as a video, it will become as a frame by frame, and the GIF, it is also frame by frame, and the high quality and low quality GIF. But what we are looking is this one, Lottie. Just click the Lottie. It will take a couple of seconds to export it. It will ask you the destination where you want it to store. You look at that. This, if you export to the Lottie, it will save that save as the JSON format, not as the frames. So it is very lightweight. So I'll save it as this JSON. Okay, now that is done. Now I'll go to the Lottie animations, LottieFiles.com to upload this file. LottieFiles. So I already have the login, and I'll go to the design. Go to my dashboard, and there is an option called upload new Lottie, or you can preview the Lottie animation also. First I'll do the preview. What we got it actually. Preview Lottie animation, browse the file, and I'll go to the file where I have saved. Yeah, this one Lottie JSON. See, this is the how it is stored. Actually, it stores in the only 0 and 1s in the JSON format. There is a no hard-coded frame by frame animations. It is a very lightweight. You can see it is just a 17 KB. Okay, I'll just put a open and I'll see the preview. Okay, see, look at that preview. It is looking very nice, and you can change the background color also over here. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll upload new Lottie file. I'll go to Lottie. Just a second, it will take a little 1 or 2 seconds. So it has been already here, preview Lottie, and publish to public. Publish to public. You can tag the animation title. I'll tag it as a cook. You can this is not valid because I mean it's valid, but we are not doing the After Effects. You can ignore this one. You can make the tags, put the some tags so that download I mean user can search with that tags. I'll make it tags of cook, cooking, or maybe a food, yummy, or maybe a hot stove. Okay, you can put some kind of description over here. I'll simply put cook and take this one, publish to public. So when you publish it, it will come on the Lottie files over here on your dashboard. You can able to see it whichever you it will take maybe some 1 or 2 minutes to publish it. You can oversee here pending for review. It will be a come maybe after an hour it will be published, and people can able to download it here from here. And here in LottieFile, this is the what we are giving it for free. I mean free for everybody can download it, but there is an option called you can publish it and people who wanted to download it, they need to pay it. So that is option is also there, but you check it on the LottieFiles. All other things are available. Okay, then thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and press the bell icon. So I'll be putting more this kind of the on tutorials soon. Okay, thank you. In the JSON format, there is a no hard-coded frame by frame animations. It is a very lightweight. You can see it is just a 17 KB. Okay, I'll just put a open and I'll see the preview. Okay, see, look at that preview. It is looking very nice, and you can change the background color also over here. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll upload new Lottie file. I'll go to Lottie. Just a second, it will take a little 1 or 2 seconds. So it has been already here, preview Lottie, and publish to public. Publish to public. You can tag the animation title. I'll tag it as a cook. You can this is not valid because I mean it's valid, but we are not doing the After Effects. You can ignore this one. You can make the tags, put the some tags so that download I mean user can search with that tags. I'll make it tags of cook, cooking, or maybe a food yummy, or maybe a hot stove. Okay, you can put some kind of description over here. I'll simply put cook and take this one, publish to public. So when you publish it, it will come on the Lottie files over here on your dashboard. You can able to see it whichever you it will take maybe some 1 or 2 minutes to publish it. You can oversee here pending for review. It will be a comma maybe after an hour it will be published, and